I don't even know how to start this video, honestly. Like, I am just overcome with emotion. I mean, you guys are absolutely incredible. Like, you guys are so phenomenal. To find this home in this community, it's just beyond, it's something I never even imagined as a possibility. I'm sorry for starting the video out like sappy, and if you want to skip all this, go ahead, like fast forward a few minutes and we'll get to the actual guts of the video. But I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for everything. When I started this whole journey almost 3 years ago now, it's hard. I mean, at the time, I really just wanted to create something that was a little bit unique about starting your own Pokemon business, about starting your own trading card store, about maybe making an extra few $100s a month because times were a little tough and we had no idea what was going to happen moving into the pandemic. And it was just, well, if you are willing to work hard and this is something that's really passionate for you, if there's a huge passion, this burning desire that you have inside you, you can do it. You can make it happen. And as things grew and the pandemic happened and it became so impossible to find good deals on cards, and cards were just flying off the shelves and being scalped left and right, and you didn't know where you could turn or who to trust or anything. I just, like, my jaw dropped all the time and I got so flustered and so frustrated with everything that was going on. This thing that I love so much being taken advantage of, like all these people being taken advantage of, and this continued. This whole content world continued. I just wanted to help. And I've always just wanted to help and just do what I can to make this a better place, because there's always just stuff going on. And I keep telling myself there's going to come a day where this no longer exists, where I'm no longer needed, where I just want to do what I can to make things better, to help make this community better. And you guys are just, it's phenomenal. Like, what you give to me in return is just amazing. This is a fanny pack. This is the dumbest thing. I never thought this would be like, this is my logo down here on an actual fanny pack, because I make fun of myself and call myself Fanny Dantump. And you guys bought all of these on Sunday night. You bought them out just to support me. And that's crazy. I can never thank you guys enough for everything that you have given to me. It's just, thank you. Seriously, so much. I am going to leave a link in the description down below. I promised, if it did sell out, that anybody who wanted one could get one. So we're doing a made to order release, so everybody can get one who wants one. So there's a limit of 5 if you have multiple people in your family or anything like that. It does come with the fanny pack inside. Like, there's 7 booster packs inside, 7 mystery booster packs inside, including 1 pack that will be pre-Sword and Shield. So those are available. I'm going to keep that link open until Sunday, and then Sunday night I'm going to take it down, and then I'm going to order that amount of fanny packs. I'm going to make sure that they're all set to go, ship them out to you. It'll probably be a few weeks before they all come out. But thank you guys, seriously, for it just boggles my mind. I'm never going to get over it. But enough with the sappiness. I'm sorry for keeping things real. I just can never, ever imagine this is where I would be. So thank you all so much. We're going to talk today about Paldea Evolved, because I'm sick of talking about Obsidian Flames. It's not that I don't like Obsidian Flames. I do like Obsidian Flames. I like a lot of the illustration rares in Obsidian Flames. And we talked about on Sunday about how you're going to lose money when you open up an Obsidian Flames booster box. Any modern product, you're going to lose money when you open up a booster box, unless you hit that chase card, and you should never expect to hit that chase card. That's what makes the chase so fun, right? That's what makes it so enjoyable, is that when you finally pull it, you feel like the luckiest kid on the planet, because you pulled the impossible. You did the impossible. So you should never go into it expecting that. You should go into it expecting to have fun, to enjoy cracking packs, to share in this passion for this hobby that we all love, looking at the artwork, looking at the attacks, really loving these cards, this thing that we're so passionate about. That's what you should go into it. That's why we associate this fun cost with it, because there is going to be a cost associated with opening up cards, and that's what you should imagine. And no different than going to the theater, no different than going to movies or going bowling or something like that. There's fun associated with having fun. And when you only focus about value, only focus on money, this isn't fun anymore. It's not going to be fun anymore. So that's when you need to take a break, adjust your niche, look into something else. But when you only focus on value, it's no good. So don't do it. Like, I've been down that hole before. It's not fun. But the Obsidian Flames, there is no value in it. It's fun to open. Once you get that Charizard, it's like, okay, well, I got the Charizard, I'm ready now for Scarlet and Violet 151. But Paldea Evolved does not get anywhere near the amount of credit. I get asked all the time, what's your favorite set from Sword and Shield? It's Paldea Evolved by far. Paldea Evolved by far leaps and bounds ahead of Scarlet and Violet, and then Obsidian Flames. I'm sure Scarlet and Violet 151 is going to overtake, but as of right now, Paldea Evolved is a great set, both for collectors, because the artworks are just fantastic. Like really, really good. The illustration rares are super good, but also from a competitive side of things, and I talked about this a million times, play the game. Like look at the game. It's so much fun. The competitive side of things, like there's a lot of really good cards and a lot of really good cards moving forward that could be a big deal. I know Worlds was just won by Mew VMAX. Not a whole lot of Paldea Evolved in Mew VMAX except for maybe a couple Viono, and Gardevoir EX was second. But other than that, I mean, you're looking at a lot of potential good cards with Meowscarada and with Chine Pao and with, you know, it could be a lot of different. Squawkabilly EX is a really good card in competitive play. There's a lot of good trainers in this set. It's something that's really important to look forward to. Jet Energy made a huge impact at Worlds. Reversal Energy was huge. That costed toward the match because he could not pull Reversal Energy to help him win the game. These are all cards that came out of Paldea Evolved. Such a good set. And right now, it is really cheap. And that's something that I really want you guys to focus on. I'm not trying to push Paldea Evolved or anything like that, but with the price being somewhat attractive and the ability to pull cards out of it that are good, and you start looking at that fun cost really depreciates. It really, really slows down, really, really small. And we're going to look at that in this video. So we've gone over this data before, and what's crazy about it is when we looked at this data a few weeks ago, when we looked at associating prices with each single and then trying to be using pull rate data to determine how much value you're going to pull out of your booster box, this has actually gone up. It's actually gotten a little bit better from where it was a few weeks ago. A lot of people are thinking, okay, well, that Magikarp is going to crash like crazy. It did fall. It's not crashing. A lot of illustration rares in the set have actually increased by a little bit. A lot of even full arts have gone up a little bit. Now that Iono did come down a little bit, that special illustration rare Iono did come down a little bit. It's actually hit $100. It might go below $100. But there's a lot of really good cards in the set. So for the most part, if we're just going to look at double rares, forget about it. It's going to be bulk. And really any EX, any regular EX moving forward is going to be bulk unless it's super playable. And the reason behind that is just because there are so many of them in existence that Pokemon is still in a really good spot. Even though the market is going down, Pokemon is still in a really good spot as far as demand goes. And that's why I don't think we're in a junk wax era, because there's still a lot of demand for these cards. Still a lot of people cracking packs left and right over and over again, producing more and more copies. That's why you're not seeing this increase in bulk. Bulk is staying down, and a lot of these regular art EXs are staying in bulk pricing. Same thing with full arts, because there's just so many out there that are in existence. You're talking about 9 billion cards last year, 9 billion cards the year before, and Pokemon has to keep manufacturing that much because people keep opening. People are still opening a lot of packs. So you look at all the regular art EXs here, all the double rares, everything except for 2 cards is a bulk EX. So you have the Squawkabilly, which is spelt wrong at the bottom there. It's only $3 right now, which actually isn't too bad. And then you've got the Chine Pao, which is surprising that it's at $6. And the reason I'm saying it's surprising, Pokemon does a really good job of keeping this affordable for pretty much anybody who wants to play the game competitively, because Chine Pao is decent. Chine Pao came out in a starter deck. It's not called a starter deck, but it's like a starter deck. So Chine Pao is very, very accessible for a lot of people, and Chine Pao is still $6 for a regular art EX. So you talk about ancillary hits like those trainer cards, like that regular art Iono, just a trainer card selling for a couple bucks, even just as an uncommon. Those are really important to making a set, adding value to it. When you're opening that pack, bringing that pack cost down with the potential of what you can pull is a huge win when you're opening up Pokemon cards. So not a whole lot in the regular art EXs. Also not a whole lot when it comes to the full art ultra rares. The other thing to remember about Paldea Evolved is there is a lot more ultra rares in this set. So mastering this set is a lot more difficult. But if you look at all of these full art ultra rares here, you've got the Chine Pao, which is a little bit more expensive there at $8, but everything else, I mean, you're looking at single digits for every full art in the set. So you've got Fortress at $4, Meowscarada at $4. You've got a couple of bulk EXs after that, except for Chi-Yu and Skeledirge, which are $3 a piece. The Slowking EX at full art Terra card is selling for $5. The Dedenne, also a full art Terra card, selling for $4. The Tinkaton EX, a lot of people love Tinkaton. Tinkaton could be good moving forward, and we'll see what happens with United Wings with that Flamigo. But Tinkaton EX, the full art, selling for $8, the same price as the Chine Pao, so it's doing extremely well. And then you go all the way down with some more bulk EXs. The Annihilate EX is $4. It didn't have a regular art in this set. It didn't have a special illustration. It's just got that $4 ultra, $4 full art ultra rare. The regular art is in its own box, but $4 for that one. Then you've got the Noivern EX at $3, the Squawkabilly at $4. Boss's Orders, a really cool full art card. That one's selling for $7. For the most part, full art trainers in this set, very, very inexpensive. Even that Grusha selling for only $4. Then you do have the Iono, a little bit more expensive. Granted, Violet, it is super playable. So collectible, yes, but also extremely playable, where a lot of people are running 3-4 copies of it in every deck and will continue to do so for the next couple of years, which is why you aren't seeing this dramatic Miriam crash with Iono. So it's $37 currently. Do expect it to fall a little bit, but I don't think it's going to fall a whole lot. If we look at the special illustration rares right here, we'll look at those before we look at the illustration rares. The Meowscarada still selling for a decent price point, $16. You talk about the special illustration rares in Obsidian Flames that aren't named Charizard. You have the Pidgeot, which is selling for about $16. Everything else selling for less than that price point. So we're only on the first card here, selling for more than basically everything out of Obsidian Flames that's not named Charizard. The Wuchien EX is selling for $10. The $15 special illustration rare Skeledirge. The Chi-Yu, which is a really cool looking special illustration rare, fantastic artwork, selling for $19. The Quaquavel EX, surprising, only $6 on that one. Then you've got the Chime-Pow, the most competitive one of the bunch, selling for $25 currently. That Tinkaton that we were talking about before, that one doing really well at $18. You've got 10 on the Tinglu, 12 on the Squawkabilly, which is a really cool card. And then you've got these special illustration rare trainers, which are actually doing fairly well. The Boss's Orders selling for $14, the Dendra selling for $17. You're talking about a set now that's a few months old, doing just as well as all the special illustration rares. Only Gita is selling for really double digits at all, at like $15, $16 a pop. Everything else in Obsidian Flames selling for single digits. Dendra at $17, Giacomo at $5, Grusha at $18. There's that Iono right there, that special illustration rare, which is at $100 currently. And then Sagaro selling for $17. If we look at the illustration rares now, this is where things get a little bit interesting, because things have started to trickle up a little bit. You're looking at $1 or more for a lot of these, and part of the reason behind that is because variance rate is very difficult to pull a lot of these cards, and the reason behind that is because you're getting 3 per booster box like you should. Pull rates have been really good across the board in Scarlet and Violet. It just feels a lot better in Obsidian Flames because there's a lot less ultra rares to pull, but because there's so many more in Paldea Evolved, that variance really comes into play. You're more likely to pull more doubles than pulling a singular card of like a Pyroar down the line. You're going to pull a double before you pull every single one of these illustration rares. That variance makes a huge, huge difference. So you have cards like Heracross, which has trickled up to $7 a piece. Spirigatito selling for $9. There's a Florgato for $5. The Bramblin is selling for $4. Fletchinder actually went up from about $3 to $5. Pyroar is at $4. The Fuecoco is doing extremely well. That one's selling for $12 currently. Crocolore is selling for $5. There's that Magikarp that we were talking about at the beginning of the video, still at $50, still doing extremely well. Meryl and Ice-Q are at $8. Quaxley at 4, Quaxwell at 3, Frigibax at 3, or Frigibax at 9, Arctibax at 3, the Baxcalibur doing extremely well at $12, Raichu at $18. These are cards outside of that Ninetales from Obsidian Flames, which is selling for about $14, $15. All these doing extremely well. Miss Magia is selling for $6, Gotharita for 3, Sandygast for 4, Rabska for 3, Tinkatink for 5, and then you've got the Tinkatuff selling for $9, doing extremely well. Paldean Tauros is doing well at $7, Sudowoodo at 5, Paldean Whooper at 3, Nacli at 3, and then you've got the Tyranitar right there, which is doing really well, selling for $22. I mean, outside of Charizards, you don't have anything in Obsidian Flames selling for more than $20. The Giraffari selling for $5, or I can't even say it, Giraffari, whatever it's called, $5. Orthworm selling for $4, Rookidee for 3, Mousehold is selling for 9, doing really well. There's that United Wings Flamigo that we were talking about at 6, Ferrier Giraffe at 5, and Dudunsparce at 4. If we look at the hyper rares, not a whole lot in this one, relatively cheap. I think people are getting kind of sick of gold cards, and it's been really prevalent in everything. Even Obsidian Flames with that Charizard gold selling for only about $35 right now. The Meowscarada at 7, Skeledirge at 5, Quaquavel at 4, Chine-Pow selling for 11, Ting-Lu for 5. There's just so many other variances, so many other variants of these cards. Ting-Lu, like I said, at 5. Super Rod selling for 12. Another really good trainer card. Superior Energy Retrieval could be a big deal moving forward. $7. The Grass Energy selling for 6. And then Secret Rare Water Energy doing better than every secret rare energy card throughout the Scarlet and Violet block so far. That one's selling for $9. So if we break it all down, we know we're going to be getting approximately 12.27 hits out of our booster box of Paldea Evolved. So very similar to what we'll see from Scarlet and Violet and Obsidian Flames. You'll get right around 12, 13 hits. The amount of double rares that you're going to get, you can expect to get around 4 or 5. You're going to get 5 more times than you're going to get 4. That's 1 out of every 7 packs. Now your average price point for those is $2.29. Remember, you might pull that squad Rockabilly, which is worth more than $2, and you might pull that Shine Pile, which is worth about $6. But if you average it all together, you're looking at about $2.29 on average. That means your total value that you can expect to get out of double rares in your set is about $11.12. If we look at those full art ultra rares, you're going to get about 2.37 per booster box. So sometimes you'll get 2, sometimes you'll get 3. For the most part, you're going to get 2. That includes those full art Pokemon and those full art trainers, not the special illustration runs. You're looking about 1 out of every 15 packs. Your average price point for those is $4.77. Obviously, this is influenced a little bit by Iono. If you don't pull that Iono, this expected value is going to go down a little bit. But if we average it out, you can expect about $11.31 worth of value out of your ultra rares in Paldea Evolved. Your illustration rares, 3. You're going to get 3 per booster box. Very, very rarely will you get less than 3. It's 1 out of every 12 packs. Your average price point for illustration rares right now is $7.67, which is extremely strong. Also influenced a little bit by that Magikarp, which is obviously driving the price point up. But you could still pull the Tyranitar, you could still pull the Raichu, you could pull Baxcalibur, which is $12. There's a lot of cards that you could pull above that $7.67 price point. That means your average value in your booster box is going to be approximately $23.01. Your average special illustration rare, you can expect 1.31 per booster box. Usually you'll get 2 hits in your booster box of Paldea Evolved. That'll be your bigger hits. One of them is going to be a special illustration rare. One of them is going to be a hyper rare gold card. Most of the time, you could get 2 special illustration rare cards and just 0 gold cards. 1.31 is the average that you're going to get based off of pull rate data. That's 1 out of every 27 packs. Your average price point on those is $19.47. Again, heavily influenced by that Iono card, but you should still be able to get decent value out of some of the other cards as well. Your total value for a box of Paldea Evolved is approximately $25.59 when it comes to special illustration rares. Your average hyper rares might get 1 per box. You're looking at 1 out of every 49 packs based off of pull rate data. Your average price point on those is $7.33. That means your expected value from your Paldea Evolved booster box is about $5.34. So if we break this down, your total value of actual hits that you can get, if we add all that together, your expected value out of your booster box is about $76.37. But the ancillary value, that's what drives things up a little bit. So with Obsidian Flames, not a whole lot of competitive cards, so we just kind of based it off of value of bulk and then codes, which was approximately $8. This is going to be better. $12 is probably going to be a little bit on the low end because you should be able to get 2, 3, 4 Ionos out of your booster box. That's going to be about $8 right there. Then you've got Jet Energy, you've got Reversal Energies. Those are selling 50 cents to $1 a piece. Then you've got more like Flamigo and other cards that could see potential in the future. Your ancillary value is going to be approximately $12. So that means your total value per box is going to be approximately $88.37. But if you look at the price point right now for Paldea Evolved, your market average being $98.93, and that's if you buy a singular box. Obviously, if you buy a case, your price per box usually goes down because people are dumping cases for a lot cheaper price points. Market price at $98.93. You might be able to find booster boxes for about $95 or maybe even less if you buy by the case. Your difference, your fund cost, is only about $10.56. Is it worth it to open up a booster box of Paldea Evolved to lose $10.56? Well, that's something that you have to decide if that's worth the amount of fun for you. But I thought it was something that's really interesting because Paldea Evolved does get it does get a lot of hate. It does get a lot of hate, and I personally love it. So you can let me know in the comment section down below what you think. If you break it down this way and look at it this way, $10.56 that you're going to lose opening a booster box. That's basically less than what you're going to lose right now opening up Obsidian Flames, which is crazy because this set has been out for a few months and Obsidian Flames hasn't even been out for a week yet. I hope you guys like the data. I hope you like the information. Hope you like the channel. If you do, hit that subscribe button down below. I really appreciate all the support you guys give me. Leave a like, leave a comment. You know, it goes a long way for the algorithm. Share the channel, all those things that you guys do because you are so amazing. Thank you so much for everything. We'll be back tomorrow with our pack break and then Thursday, Friday with another video. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, peace.